For those of you who are joining us now, our game will be delayed as right now there is a college playoff game in process. It is the Kutztown and Penn State Harrisburg. Game is currently tied 4-4, and like NHL playoffs, they redo the ice and put another 20 minutes every time. There's no short run or shootout or anything like that, so we may be here a while.
In Kutztown University. Now, what's the playoffs?
All right, let's see. Here we go. We'll give everybody who's watching now a little bit of extra hockey. As mentioned, those of you who were on earlier, we're in a holding pattern because this is a college playoff game between Kutztown and Harrisburg Penn State. Game is tied at 4 each. We are 10.5 minutes remaining in the fourth period. Because as I mentioned before, like the NHL, they redo the ice, put another 20 minutes on, and keep playing until somebody wins. Kutztown tries to put it through the slot, but goes all the way through. And Harrisburg heads the other direction. 91 drops it down low, 93 in the corner. All the way to the far side. Battle for it along the boards. Kutztown puts it right back into traffic. Got a little opportunity, so they'll clear it out to the neutral zone.
And in this hockey, Ed, they have delayed offsides. Have you noticed that?
Yes, I have. I'm very jealous. And they can ice the puck when they're a man short.
Yeah.
The little things. Harrisburg tries to get in, but good active stick from Kutztown. Attempt to gain the blue line. Got caught up in a skate. You know, that was unlike earlier game where the player comes off the bench and played the puck. That one may have hit the skate, so.
Yeah, inadvertent.
A lot of times referees don't.
Yeah, they'll let that slide. One thing you don't see here, I'm going to give you a quick shot of the scoreboard. Shot totals are 44-14. Kutztown is out shooting them by 30. Yet it's tied up at 4 on the scoreboard.
When we came in, it was halfway through the second period, and the score at that point was 4-2. Harrisburg had already put up 4, and they got them on, I believe it was 6 shots.
Wow.
I don't know if that was playoff jitters.
Well, it's interesting because the Penn State goalie has played really, really well. I mean, to have that many shots against and only let up 4, it's impressive.
Out to the middle. Harrisburg feeds it across, but he's well covered there. Gets down, puts it out, center ice. Tries to get by, gets hung up. Bench goes crazy for a call, not going to happen.
Could have been interference. These refs are definitely letting a lot slide. We saw a player get tackled earlier. They didn't call it.
But then immediately following that, they had the call up against the boards where, it was interference. There was no question.
For sure.
If you're going to call one, you got to call both.
Absolutely.
And then there was the the breakaway where the player got a stick around his legs, but didn't actually take him down. And
called a trip on that. At the most, he could have called maybe a slash. It was. I would have probably let everything go because the player dove to get to the player coming in. And he didn't take him down. He didn't hurt him or anything. The guy got a great shot away. He just kind of gave him a little quick tap, and they called a slash.
So referee is signaling that puck was tipped, so they're going to bring that out to the neutral zone. Harrisburg banks it through, but it goes all the way down. Kutztown outlets through, and they'll put it in deep. Harrisburg is able to get to it, and they'll chip it out to center ice. In the zone, takes the shot, blockered into the corner. On the way up, gets it back out to the neutral zone, so Harrisburg needs to reset. Kutztown flings in. This is definitely a back and forth game. Low along the boards. Chipped out to the middle. He jousts for it there. Kutztown gets a stick on it, and they'll put it in deep. Behind the net. Headed towards the slot, goes off, comes in, takes the shot right in front, hits some traffic, forced wide. Moved out to the middle, he gets past, he's got some open space, gets taken down.
That might be a penalty shot.
And we'll wait to see what the call is. Slashing is the penalty, but
he actually had a clean breakaway. I'm not sure why that wasn't a penalty shot. He had a clean path to the net, and he was impeded. He didn't get a good shot. He's just calling a slash. I think the refs were just afraid to call anything that dramatic. But this is the third power play Penn State Harrisburg is going on in overtime.
So we'll see if this power play opportunity can end this game and get us to ours.
Yeah, right? As you can hear, it's quite a bit of people in the stands. Very, very exciting atmosphere here.
That had come off, so they'll blow the whistle and face that off once again. Harrisburg comes down and gets to it. Puck battled for right in the slot. Harrisburg tries to get a shot through, hits a body and heads to the corner. Up to the point. Penn State Harrisburg is set up. Circles in, takes the shot. Goaltender's got a clear look at that, so he'll hold on to it in his midsection. They'll face it off once again. Minute 37 remaining in the man advantage. Kutztown gets that off the draw. Pull his arm off and plead his case before getting another penalty. 7 minutes remaining in this first overtime session. All the way in, hits the line, throws in the brakes. Players all over his back.
Yep.
I mean,
well, they've already established that they're letting that go, so I can see why they didn't call it. Or the player wanted to do it. Goalie didn't see that much. Got to get these shots on net. You're on a power play. Talked about that before in our game.
back up to the blue line. Kept there, takes the shot, hits a skate, goes wide. Kutztown to it, and they'll clear it the length of the ice. 45 seconds remaining on the power play for Harrisburg. Wow, how about that? Let's see, I'm getting my YouTube error.
And we're connected?
And we're hardwired in. So that tells me it's definitely not an internet thing. It's a hardware. It's the shot through traffic and in! Harrisburg, Penn State gets the game-winning goal in the first overtime with just under 5 or 6 minutes remaining and 20 seconds left on the power play.
The way they're reacting, I'm guessing this is a either a championship game or a elimination game. I'm not quite sure. That's crushing for Kutztown, though. They have 45 shots on net. And they also had the bad fortune of getting 3 penalty calls against them in overtime, which isn't the way you want to end a season.
So there you go. For those who join us, you got a little extra coverage of some college-level hockey. Teams will come to center ice with the traditional hockey handshake. Zamboni's getting on the ice quick because he knows
they're running late.
Yes.
It was neat to see the buses outside, and you know, it's fun hockey. I mean, whatever level you play, it's, you know, even though this isn't Division I hockey, it's still exciting. That's great.
Fans cheering them on.
Well, that'll give us probably about 15 minutes away from game time for ourselves.
Yes. Once they vacate the ice, the Zambonis will come out. They'll get it resurfaced, and I'm sure they'll probably try and get us going as soon as possible. Not sure what the delay on the ice is, but
well, I look right now. It looks like the ref's talking to the Kutztown coach. He's trying to explain what he saw, why he called what he did, I suppose.
not to be selfish to our game, but can we have this conversation off the ice?
Yeah, I don't know why Kutztown still made on. I think they would go in their locker room, but Zamboni patiently waiting.
All right, so we'll step aside for a few minutes, wait for them to finish the ice, and we'll be back with our Game 3 of the playoffs in just a few moments. Here we are, Saturday evening hockey, Game 3 of the DVHL playoffs, where your Chester County Cougars are about to face off against the Quakers for the second time in this playoff series. A pleasant good evening and welcome to our coverage of Chester County hockey. Alongside Bill Peasy, I'm Ed Henry. Bill, they played them last night. Was it only last night? It feels like it was so much longer ago.
It seems like a lot has happened between then and now.
And they lost that game, which I know just didn't feel right, especially when we were looking at the previous outings between these two teams. But it was what it was. Chester County came back, played this morning against the Junior Blue Hens in an elimination game. They came out on top, so here we are again.
Yeah, we're in the loser's bracket now, so basically what that means is we have to win the rest of our games. We don't have any more room for error. This morning's game was definitely a convincing win against the Junior Blue Hens, which isn't a bad team. They've actually played Delco and they've played the Quakers, both very difficult when they played them tough. So it was nice to see the Cougars get their mojo back. Hopefully they'll be able to carry it over to this evening's game. And yeah, this is a single elimination tournament now for the Cougars. They have to win tonight, and then if they do, then they play Game 1 of the finals tomorrow against the Delco Phantoms.
Correct. That's what we have up right now is the playoff schedule. So you can see the highlighted games, the two games we played before, and then of course the one happening right now. As Bill just mentioned, the winner of this game will face the Delco Phantoms tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. right here on Rink 3. And really, I do love Rink 3.
Beautiful rink. And our location is, I don't know if I'm able to get much of it, but we have a nice platform here. Ed has a nice little area right there where he can set up all his computers and sound mixer and everything, and I have a great vantage point. So I have no excuse not to get good video today.
So the first game tomorrow, again, the winner of this will play Delco. And since Delco has yet to lose, and with it being double elimination, should whichever of these teams face Delco win that game tomorrow morning, then it goes to the all-important final last game, which would be tomorrow evening. Right now, it's scheduled for Rink 1 here at Iceline, but we'll wait and see if that changes. It's not a very good rink. At least not in my opinion, but
certainly not for a final, deciding game.
Definitely not.
One thing we noticed, Connor Cristiano's back in the lineup today, this evening. It's good to have him back in the lineup. He adds a bit more flexibility to Coach Lee. Plus, he's an assistant captain, so it's good to have his leadership back in the lineup.
Here are the coach's keys of the game, brought to you, as always, by High Impact Fitness. According to Coach Lee, first thing is confidence and, I forgot a letter. Not ND for and, A-N-D. And trust in their system. Again, that kind of showed from earlier this morning. They kind of were back into their normal routine. They played the way they're comfortable playing, and the result was a big win over the Blue Hens. And then also a focus for 3 periods. So, and the last one kind of leads right into that. Shift by shift. Don't look too far ahead. Go out, play your shift, play hard. And as he said, those small goals will lead to the ultimate prize.
Yeah, I think one other thing that we can add there is just forget about last night's game. It doesn't matter who the opponent is now. You just have to win and move on. Last night's game was an anomaly in my mind. They didn't play very well. The Quakers did play very well, and the Quakers did have a bit of puck luck too. So, as we mentioned, so just forget about that game. Play like we played this morning. Go out and play hard each shift. Win the battles along the boards, and hopefully good things will happen for you.
So, pre-game skate has completed. Both teams are heading over to their bench. Get some last-minute instructions. Looks like in net today for Chester County, number 35, Justin Marvel. And I believe they just have the one goalie for the Quakers, and that is number 79, Giacomo DeCola.
Yeah, Giacomo played a really solid game yesterday. He's very sound goalie. Plays his angles well. He's not a very big goalie, as we mentioned, but he does play his angles really, really well. So you got to be good to beat him.
Both teams will head out to center ice. Caleb Harrison will take this. He's got Liam Peasy and Ty Navazio out there with him. Colin Beeman and Eddie Henry out there on the defense. Battle for it right there at the center ice line. Quakers able to push it over, goes off of Peasy's skate. Ty's able to whack it in from the neutral zone. Liam chases down behind. Lifted up for Ty. He was checked. Quakers are able to outlet. Get it deep in the Chester County end. It's number 8. Robert Bridges put that in. Far side all the way through to number 7, Ethan Pekaris. Bridges gets a shot towards the net, blockered away by Marvel.
It's good for Justin to get that first save out of the way. Nice, easy one, too.
Battle in front of the benches ends up down the Quakers' end. Chester County's making player changes. Bridges will put it in deep, and he'll head off on a change. Overskated there, put it through, got it to Finn. Tried to leave it for Johnny. Dembowski's on it, and he skates in, gets the shot in. DeCola slides across to make his first save. Comes up to the line. Good keep there by Joey DePiro. Bounces off the side of the net. He checks his man. Sits right in the slot. Nobody wanted to touch it for a second. It drifts out to the neutral zone. Eslick put that in. DeWitt gets caught up with the linesman. I guess referee. Puck sits in the slot, goes all the way through. Beeman jumps in, takes the shot, hits bodies in front.
That was a cannon from Colin.
Colin couldn't settle that down, so he had to go out to the neutral zone. They reset. DeWitt steps around one, but puts the puck in. Fanned on it there. Happy with it. He'll go up to the blue line, and then it's put right back down low. Oh, Johnny has it.
He had Nate wide open on the far side. Just couldn't get it to him.
Lost the handle. They still battle for it there. Still gets caught up in skates. Catterbone's got to skate back to get some space. Up to the line. Not out. Put back in. Good pressure here by the Cougars. Quakers try the other side. Comes out to the middle. Beeman has it at the red line, and he'll skate in. Skates to the slot. Has some open space. Takes the shot and finds the back of the net early on. So Colin Beeman starts Cougars off. They now lead by 1.
Well, we talked about it earlier. We were really hoping that the Cougars could get the first goal. Kind of set the tone like they did in the game this morning, and that's exactly what they did. And, of course, the Colin Beeman show continues. What a beautiful play that was. He just skated in. He took it wide, and he kept the goalie moving to his left, and kept moving with him, and he was able to go high on Giacomo. And one thing Giacomo has trouble with are those high shots. He's not the biggest goalie in the world, so if you can get it up high and find a corner, odds are you may find the back of the net. And Colin did right there.
Sent out the middle, got caught up in Marker's skates. He still battled for it. Hoffman loses an edge, but Thompson's there. He'll feed it into the Quakers' end. Quakers go D to D. They send it all the way down and through. Gets by everybody. That's the length of the ice, so that'll be an icing.
Surprised they called icing on that. One of the Cougars players had a play on it. He just missed it. We'll take it.
As we discussed early before the game started, that's the all-important first goal.
Yep.
Give the Cougars that kind of confidence they needed with not being able to find the back of the net except for the single goal in that last game against the Quakers.
Correct. Who better to do it but Colin Beeman?
Up to the line. Dembowski takes the shot there. Cole is able to hang on, and he'll squeeze it with traffic in front. One cleanly back. Shot there from Dembowski. Cole makes that save. Clearing attempt goes the length of the ice, and that'll be another icing. So they'll bring that down. Another offensive zone opportunity for the Cougars. Battle for there, goes off of skates, goes in towards the net. Finally forced out. Piro has it as a blue line. Feeds it up to Ty. Lazio dumps in deep, and he'll chase down. Spotted from behind, far side. Quakers able to outlet. That got through to Piro, so he's got to race back to get it. He's got Bridges right there with him. And with Margro, sits in the slot, fed up. Kuris is able to get there. He puts it towards the net.
That was a good tip.
Deflection in. Marvel was in good position to make that. Puck comes up and does come out.
That was Robert Bridges who got a stick on that, and Justin did well to make that save.
Wickman takes a check. Hit it through again. Bridges behind the net. They try to tuck it out in front. Marvel
He
puts
actually
it down.
He did bring it out in front, and he got a good shot away. Justin had to stay up close to that post.
Along the side.
Some pressure now here for the Quakers.
That goes right through the slot, through skates, all the way to the near side. And Peasy picks it up, and he'll skate through the neutral zone. Over the blue line and in. Gets the angle shot all the way across. Try to look for Johnny Pepe. Shot in there from Eddie Henry. Goes on net. Back out the center ice.
Just a little behind Johnny. That was a good play by Liam to go wide, throw it in front. If that was a little bit in front of Johnny, that was an easy open net goal for Johnny.
Beeman steps in. He'll step in front, hits the shot. DeCola makes the save, and the puck rides up and out of play.
We mentioned it this morning. Watching Colin play from the back end, it gives him a lot more ice to play with. As he did right there, he was able to skate in, make a move on the defenseman, go wide, and cut in front. I feel like that plays there for him almost every time.
Quakers come away with that draw in the neutral zone. Henry gets to it, and he'll put it in the Quakers' end. Move it across to their D, caught up there. Roney chops at it. Rosenberger able to roll it across. It goes in on net. Marvel makes that save. Henry has to knock the puck down, but gets it over to Beeman, and he turns around and turns on the Jets. Cross center ice. Force wide, rolls it all the way through, was looking for DeWitt, but he was checked there. Puck forced back out to the neutral zone. Maroney sends it over near side, and Beeman drags it in front. Sat there for a minute. Quakers finally able to move it out. Puck goes off of Abel right up to the blue line. He's able to keep it in. Henry's got Feldman to deal with. Back up the line, but still kept in. Eckerly goes all the way across. Had Feldman, but he couldn't settle the puck.
That was a pretty prime opportunity right there if he was able to get that puck cleanly.
Beeman sends it out. Players making changes on both ends. Henry's able to bank it out to the neutral zone. Quakers look to reset and come back in. All the way through, right in there, turnaround shot. That goes just wide.
Justin was way out looking for that play. And the Quaker player tried to steer it in with his backhand. He just went wide.
Hoffman gets it behind the net. Ooh. Tries to go right through. It gets by everybody. All the way across. Hoffman again gets a weak shot off. DeCola makes that save. Puck still in play. All the way across. Domboski takes the shot. That one, high riser, misses the net. Going for it right at the blue line. He was able to keep it in and get it behind the net. Active stick there, still keeps it in play. Jake Marker. Bodies come together and hit the ice. Quakers are able to gather up, and they'll outlet. They crossed. Lynch gets a shot towards the net. Marvel makes that save. It's in skates. All the way up has Hoffman. He's got some open ice to work with. Couldn't really get a handle on that. Puck forced back out to the middle. Connor Cristiano tried to get it over to Severi Leinonen, but couldn't really dig that out of his skates. Puck put across. Does make its way out. Bridges has it across the blue line. Tries to get a shot. That's blocked by Nate Kelly. Cristiano picks it up behind, chips it to the boards. It goes down himself, able to feed it ahead for Leinonen. He backhands it ahead. No one was there for that. It goes all the way down. Beeman jumps in across the line to pick up the loose puck. Beeman puts it right in the slot, looking for Cristiano. He got a stick on it, but it didn't make its way to the net. Easy in the corner. He's got somebody, leans on him, but comes away with it. Goes right in front again. Cristiano's there. DeCola sprawls out to cover up and hang on.
That was a good play, both by Johnny, Liam, and Connor. Connor Cristiano, he took a swipe at that. He's such a big body. He's hard to move in front of the net. If he was able to get better wood on that, it would have been a really good opportunity.
Puck sits there after the drop. Cougars have it, feed it all the way across to Beeman. He'll skate down. Tries to go right in front. DeCola again has to slide across and hang on.
Certainly Colin has the hot hand, having 4 goals total today. People are starting to look for him now. Kind of like basketball, I guess. You got the hot hand, keep feeding it to him.
Absolutely. Puck pushed to the corner. Harrison there, but he's ridden off that play by Chambers. And Kelly keeps the line.
Nice keep.
Still works for it. Quakers finally is able to send it all the way across. Beeman tries to backhand that up, but it gets caught up. But he still has it. Beeman through the neutral zone, gives it to Peasy. William across the blue line. Drops it up there. Beeman takes the shot. DeCola makes a big save. Second opportunity, hits a skate and bounces all the way across. Comes out to the middle. Kelly got a stick on it. Tries to poke at it. It's number 62, Jackson Wickman, captain of the Quakers. Catterbrone flips it up, goes up and over Liam. And Kelly has it there, and he's waiting for his team to make change. He'll skate up center ice. Trying to put it in, hits a player in front. Chester County will finish their line change. Kelly banks it ahead. Johnny Pepe shoulders off one, but leaves it there. Maroney. Finn goes all the way in, puts it all the way across. Was looking for DeWitt, but he couldn't get a stick on it. He had a lot of open net in front of him.
Yeah, that's the 3rd time that's happened today. Just missing that connection, that final connection in front.
Down behind. Catterbrone banks it off. Ends up going back behind the net. Westlick goes there, goes to get it in the corner. Maroney gets it up. DePiro winds up and blasts and finds the back of the net. Joey DePiro gives his team the 2-0 lead with just under 6.5 to go here in the first period.
That was a bomb from Joey, stepping right into that, and he got all of it. And again, it goes high short side. That's exactly what happened. Colin went high short side on the other side of the net, and Joey went high short side this side of the net. Even though he's not a big goalie, he goes down a bit, and he leaves that upper part of the net open. If you can hit it, you might have a goal.
Fed up to Hoffman at the blue line, but he's checked there. Finally forces the puck in. Jake Marker in pursuit. Jake Marker got tied up with Bakuris. Hunter Thompson up to the line. DeBoski, he winds up.
Oof, side of the net. I heard you get a little excited there, Ed.
Oh, I saw the net move in the deflection. I couldn't tell for a second. Second opportunity, hits bodies in front. Quakers able to move it out to center ice. Thompson with it. He goes up the boards. Quakers able to keep it there. Rolls right into the slot. Gets tied up in the feet. Was looking for Lynch, but Bakuris comes in, hits a body, comes right to the line, and finally comes out.
Cougars were fortunate there. David was just a little bit behind the player at the point, and the player was able to step in front of him and get a good chance away, but it was blocked.
Quakers, that goes off a skate. Margo's got to go back to get it. We'll try again. DeMargro behind the net. Near side banks it ahead. He's looking for Ben Lair. He'll put it in the Cougars' end and head off on a change. Beeman banks it ahead for Cristiano. He's checked there at center ice. Bounces up in the air. They still battle for it. Kerr sends it across. Leinonen knocks that down, but it's finally lifted back out to the middle. Henry banks it up. Got it to Leinonen, and he'll put it in and head off on a change himself. Good active stick there from Johnny Pep. He keeps it in the zone. Cristiano goes for it. Quakers get a stick on it, and they're able to move it out to the middle. Off the stick of Bridges and all the way down. Takes a swing at it. Doesn't get much with that. The way in behind.
Nice
to it. Ooh, he gets stood up by Bridges.
He did. That was a good play by Bridges.
High rising shot there from the angle. Not sure if Justin got a piece of that, but Bridges tried to put it in front. It goes up to the line but stays in. Cristiano is finally able to get it up. It goes into the bench and out of play, and we get a whistle. 3:47 to go here in this first period. Chester County with the 2-0 lead.
Yeah, you couldn't really script a better start for the Cougars. Out shooting the Quakers 12-5. Most important thing is they got rewarded for their shots as opposed to yesterday when they did seem to outshoot them, but just couldn't find the back of the net. A little different story today.
Shot in on Justin Marvel. He covers that up calmly and will take another defensive zone draw to his right. Dig it out of skates. It goes up the glass, but kept in.
Oh, that's hand. Okay, good call. I wasn't sure if they were going to call that. It was a little bit delayed. Defenseman used his hand to keep it in, which was a nice play, but he swatted it right to his teammate.
So that was number 76, Henry Craig, with the hand pass. So they'll bring that face-off out to the neutral zone. Puck sits there and skates for a few seconds. Finally, it's the Quakers to come away with it. Bank it all the way across. DePiro has it at the bottom of the circle. Lair ends up coming away with it. He gets the angle shot. Justin Marvel holds his post, makes the save, and covers up.
Yeah, that was a dangerous play. Jack tried to go wide on the forward. Couldn't quite do it. He got rubbed out, and the player was able to come in and get a really good chance short side. If Justin leaves that post, that's probably a goal.
Before the face-off goes to the corner. Caleb Harrison skates out through neutral zone and in. Tries to cut to the middle. He's got a few too many teal jerseys to get through, and it's forced back out center ice where Joey DePiro has it. Banks it up to the line. Peasy didn't have anywhere to go, so he's got to go back. Steps around a few. Gets stood up at center ice. But then Bosky picks it up and skates in. Cuts in front, gets the shot on. DeCola made the initial save. Puck sat there. Quakers are finally able to move it out of their zone. Lair comes in. He'll flip one. Goes up and over the net and behind. Feldman and Navazio come together behind. All the way through. As Cattermone tried to put one through. It deflected off a few, but stays out of harm's way. Second opportunity there. Ty gets a shot at it, and with a little help from Harrison, he gets it out to the middle.
Yeah, Caleb was going to take a shot there, and he still got it out of the zone. Nice play by Caleb.
Up to the blue line. Feldman kind of waits, looking to send it across, deflected. Easy with it. He'll roll it back. Looking for Beeman. Beeman will roll it up.
Skate it
Ty's
out.
got it there.
He's going to skate that out.
Sends it over. Johnny's got it at center ice, and he'll backhand in.
That's a smart play right there.
DeWitt keeps it in the zone. Johnny tips it back to the corner. Roney lays it down and takes a check right after. They'll battle for it in the corner. Johnny comes away with it. Tried to put that in the middle, but hits a body, comes right back to him. He still has it. Up to the point. Even puts it back down low. Pepe with it. He'll roll it down behind the net once again. Beeman comes in. Helmet comes off. And they'll quickly blow that dead because once a player loses his hat, they'll whistle that right away.
I didn't know if that was an actual immediate whistle. I thought maybe they would, that the player would have to leave the ice right away. But
I think because he was in the middle of the play, they're not going to risk that.
yeah.
Quakers win that draw and send it out.
Ooh. Who'd that hit? It hit somebody on the bench.
Wickman puts it into the bench.
Everybody looks all right over there.
These clutching body parts or extremities, so assume they're good. Get over to Beeman. He'll bank it ahead. That was out of Maroney's reach. Quakers will try to go the other direction with it. We're down to the final minute of play here in this first period. Off the boards there. Nice play to the middle. Maroney has it. He'll send it all the way across. Just out of Beeman's reach, but he'll skate right back up. Avoids most of that check. Steps in, takes the shot. That one hits something and bounces up in the air.
I think it was off the helmet. I think it was off Giacomo's helmet.
Beeman gathers up again at center ice. He steps around one, stays with it, and dives into the zone. Still has the play, takes the shot. That misses and comes all the way around out to the middle.
I think we have a delayed penalty on the Quakers.
Justin heads over. They turn that over. There's the whistle. So we'll wait and see what the call is. Looks like, I think that was a trip. It was a bit of an awkward motion there from the referee, but so tripping, I'm going to assume, is the call. With here 18 seconds remaining in this first period. Chester County with the man advantage. Clean face-off back, feed it over to Beeman. He'll just bank it down low. Easy has it. Feeds it back to Colin. Colin takes the shot. DeCola gets a blocker save. It goes up and over. Still in play. Beeman tries it again.
Looking for the tip. Oh, he had Caleb. If Caleb was crashing that net a little more, he may have been able to deflect that in.
So first period complete. Chester County comes away with the 2-0 lead, out shooting the Quakers 15-8, and they'll start the second period with 1:42 of power play. Good to see that the, 35-minute delay doesn't seem to have impacted the players. I didn't think it would, but.
You know, I was thinking you probably should. We recorded that last part of that game, right?
Yeah.
Can you relabel it like Penn State Harrisburg overtime win versus Kutztown, and then put it on YouTube? You might get some views on that.
Well, it stays as part of our overall feed. It's just one long continuous piece.
Okay.
And I don't know if. I know I can go in and I can edit it out to where we can start when our game starts, but I don't know if I can clip it and create a whole nother.
Just wondering, because you might get some views. You could definitely get some, based on the amount of people that were here cheering. That was an exciting game. I'm sure the player that scored the game-winning goal would love to see it.
So if any of our viewers happen to know anybody on the Harrisburg Penn State team, send them a message and let them know to look for it.
Yeah, you probably don't want to mention it to the Kutztown team. They look pretty disconsolate. They weren't very happy. So it looks like Johnny, Liam, and Caleb up front on the power play with Joey and Colin on D. 1:42 left on the power play here.
Referee's giving some instructions. Puck one back to Piro on a second attempt. Gets it over to Beeman. On rink wide for Caleb. He goes back to Joey. Make the center ice line and wind it in. All the way up to Beeman at the point. He gets it over to Peasy. Steps to the middle, takes the shot, goes up and over.
I think maybe, I don't know if Coach Lee mentioned that to him, but it seems like a lot of the shots are going high.
Back up to DePiro. He'll wind up and blast. It hits a body in front. Comes over to Beeman. He'll take an opportunity. That one comes all the way around here where Tapiro just pushes it back down low. Harrison goes. Caleb would try to feed it right back to him. DeCola sees a loose puck, and he'll dive on top. Just under a minute remaining here on the Chester County man advantage. Try to push it back, didn't get much on that. Wickman was able to jump on it, and he'll skate it the length of the ice. Tries to tuck it in front.
Nice play, though. Took him wide. He took him wide, and he threw it in front. Those are always dangerous plays when you put it on the ice. Sometimes it gets lost in the goalie's skates. If he doesn't have his stick down, sometimes it finds the 5-hole or just kind of trickles over. Nice play by Wickman.
So, again, good position there for Justin to hold his post. Quakers in possession in the Chester County end. They're just looking to eat up the clock. Beeman whacked at, finally gets it up. Liam steps around one. Has 2 to deal with and still makes his way to the blue line. Cuts to the middle. Finds some open space. It's finally whacked away from him once again by Wickman. And DePiro has to gather up at his blue line.
Yeah, Liam did well there to get into the offensive zone. He has to kind of find an open man, though. Can't hold on to a puck that long.
Final seconds are ticking away here from the Quaker Miner. He's out of the box, and we're back to 5-a-side hockey. That goes all the way down. Curse brings it up to the line. Beeman banks it over to the Chester County blue line where Piro feeds it up to Cristiano. Cristiano steps in, puts it in net. Sticked aside there by DeCola. Force behind. Up to the line, DePiro puts it right back down again. Maroney will look for Navazio. Ty always plays with a certain level of intensity that
he does. He really does.
It's interesting to watch.
I like seeing Joey stepping up on the play here too.
Comes up and over. Beeman races over to get it, but it makes its way out. It's all the way through. Sent the other direction by the Quakers. And Maroney's leaned on in the corner. This looks like he goes down awkward, but I think it's just the overall size of Finn. Chester County makes player changes. And comes up, hits a body in front of the bench. Alco sends it down. Henry's got to race down to it, but referee calls the icing, and somebody in the stands definitely did not like it.
Yeah, you can hear a lot of it, a little less crowded here, so you can hear a lot of the chirping from the stands.
Head up to Dubosky at the point. He'll just roll it back down low. He's up on Margrove's stick. Moves it up to the line. Kept in. Shot goes towards the net. Canterbury knocks it down with his skates, and then Quakers finally able to move it out to the neutral zone. Thompson goes all the way across. Has Hoffman. Hoffman in across the line. Puts on the brakes. Feeds it all the way across, looking for Dubosky. He's got to skate to catch up to that. He's got it in the corner. Open space. Tried to feed it to the middle. Had an open player, but it gets deflected, and Quakers send it the other direction. Pulled out of the corner there by Dubosky. He skates all the way around the net. Goes up to Thompson. Thompson skates out. Back behind. Adam Bone gets pushed aside. Dubosky will skate down to keep it in.
It's in front. Ooh, he had two players there. Oh, just couldn't get it. David didn't see him. He had two players in front of that. Severy was one of them.
All the way through.
Offside? Oh, yeah, good call.
And Lair goes in offside, so they'll get a whistle. Just over 12 minutes remaining in this second period. Chester County still with a 2-0 lead.
Hate to say it, Ed, because it's definitely overused, but next goal is huge. I mean, you could say that pretty much about every goal, right? But, I mean, in this instance, I feel like it's true.
Johnny Pepe grabs it off the face-off and goes down with his speed. Makes the move in the corner. Goes up to Beeman at the point. Colin will shovel it back down for Johnny. Gets past him. Good keep there.
Yeah, there's
back all the way through. They whack at it. Couldn't settle the puck. Couldn't get that shot in on net. Cristiano raises himself as he saw Chambers coming. Shot in on net. Justin holds on to that one and takes the whistle.
Yeah, obviously, if Chester County gets the next goal, it puts them up by 3, and it may kind of put the Quaker dream to rest. But if the Quakers get the next goal, then they know they're right back in this game.
Three on two. Let's roll it back. Beeman snaps the shot and finds the back of the net, and there's that all-important goal you were just talking about. Chester County now leads 3-0.
You know, interesting about that play, Colin was skating up, and he could have gone probably by himself, but he faded up to Liam, and he was pointing to Liam after he passed it, like telling Liam to take it down low. Liam said, "No, thank you. I'm just going to give it right back to you." And he did. Liam was able to take the defensive with him, feed it back to Connor. Feed it back to Colin, and Colin just had a wide open opportunity to kind of fire it by long side Giacomo, and there's that third goal that I was talking about. Timeout here for the Quakers. I don't know what that was there going on between Ty and Liam, but they're doing rock, paper, scissors, I believe.
Yes.
I don't know. It's okay.
There's multiple games of rock, paper, scissors going on their bench.
I would prefer they talk strategy at this point, but I guess they don't think they need to. They'd rather do rock, paper, scissors. But they're having a good time, and, you know, that's what goals do.
I think that's a thing the team has done several times this year, where they'll do a round robin of rock, paper, scissors, and as they kind of weigh down, and it's just, again, I think it gets them kind of all riled up.
Absolutely.
Gets the juices flowing.
Gets them fired up, yep. And they're having a good time. And this is the Cougar spirit that we saw all season long.
Oh, yeah.
You know, when you're doing well, and they had been doing well all season long, that's the kind of camaraderie and teamwork that they had, and it's nice to see it again. Still a lot of time in this game, though. It's not even half over yet.
Quakers get that after the face-off at center ice. Grove feeds it in and then takes a check. Up the other direction. To the middle. Beeman gets spun around, still stays with it. Steps in over the blue line and then just chips it down low and will chase it himself. In your corner. Harrison rolls it the other direction. Oof. Fazio looks to throw a big body.
It might be ice. Is it going to make it? Nope, they waved it off.
Bodies come together in the corner behind to see who comes away with the puck. Beeman sent it the other direction. Ty turns on the Jets to get to it, and it's just a step behind. Margrove all the way the length of the ice. Reckerly tries to take the shot from the slot, but it hits something and bounces into the corner. Kelly will wind it around. Gets all the way up to the point, kept in there.
Nice play, Johnny.
Johnny knocks Reckerly off of that and feeds it up to Peasy. Liam chips at the center ice, hits a body. Quakers send it the other direction. Hero gets it up to Liam. He'll put it in and head off on a change. the other direction. Hero banks it up to the blue line. Maroney tried to get to it. Up to Abel, then again to Reckerly. Goes to the middle. DeWitt's there. He gets a stick on it, and Johnny's able to feed it up to Maroney.
Nice
Maroney will
play.
chip it in from the blue line and chase it down. DeWitt gets it over to Maroney. He gets to it. Turnaround shot.
Nice save.
Second opportunity, and it goes in.
Yeah, that was a beautiful play. That's good forechecking by the Cougars. Finn was able to come out of the corner with it, and somehow he found it on his stick in the slot. He got a good shot away, and Giacomo made that save. And Nate actually knocked that out of the air, I believe.
So Chester County, with under 10 minutes to go in this second period, now has a commanding 4-0 lead.
You know, some of the pucks that they were throwing at the net yesterday, just like we were saying, hitting a force field and weren't going in. Today they are. And that's what happens when you're persistent.
That puck goes wide of the net. Johnny's there. He takes a whack at it, hits the outside. Goes up to Domboski from the point. He'll put it on net. Try to deflect it. Ends up bouncing out. Quakers will move it out to center ice.
Nice play all year round.
Hero winds it around. Back over to DePiro, feeds it up to Johnny. Goes back to Joey at the red line. Across to Domboski, but somebody was still in the zone, so they'll whistle that offsides. And I see our YouTube is getting a little choppy again. Hopefully it self-corrects.
One thing the Cougars got to be careful for is if the Quakers start getting a little chippy. You mentioned it in the earlier game today, but they start getting physical and taking the body. You just have to mind where you are, understand the situation, understand their situation. Know that you have more to play for and they don't. So any kind of extracurriculars, just kind of turn the other cheek. Not that this game is over yet. Stranger things have happened, but Cougars definitely seem to have it well in hand at this point.
Apologize for the choppy video. I think it should be slowly getting better as I'm watching the process here. Walk all the way through. Hoffman tries to get to it, ends up coming up to Hunter Thompson. He'll direct in, and Beeman will chase it down. Beeman from behind, all the way around. Turnaround shot. That hits something and goes wide. And Henry races to it. He tries to put one towards the net, hits a skate, and goes behind. Hoffman there. Marker comes in to gather it up. Marker from the angle. Shot to Cola, makes it, and they find it in the back of the net once again.
That was Hunter jumping on a loose puck. Hunter found himself right in the slot by himself. Good shot by David to get it on net. Was that David that took that shot?
They changed hands so many times.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure who took the initial shot. But Hunter was right there for the rebound and was able to bury it.
So just like that, Chester County finds themselves up by a score of 5-0. Puck all the way across. Beeman jumps on that and skates in. Gets it all the way through. Tied up and skates. Sits there in the blue paint. They whack at it.
Is that a goal? I'm not trying to see it.
I don't see an indication there.
I think Severy was just trying to will it over the line.
So they're going to face it off in the Quakers' end. So obviously it didn't cross the goal line. Puck sits there for a second. Battle for it in the corner. They try to send it all the way around. Eddie Henry races to keep the line. He's forced out. Severy puts it in. Players exchanging extracurriculars after the play.
Oh, he got a penalty there.
Yeah, I was going to say, he skates in and
It's tripped.
Tripped up, so Chester County will go to the man advantage as Colin Beeman draws the tripping minor.
I think at this point in the game, another goal would be nice, but most important thing is to still play smart defensively. Don't take any risks. Make smart outlet passes. Don't do any risky plays in your own zone or in the neutral zone. Don't want to give the Quakers any life.
Shot there goes off the outside of the net. The corner rolls up. Piro will roll it back down low, the corner. Johnny from behind goes back to Liam. He takes the angle shot, comes out. Johnny takes a backhand shot. Puck was loose for a moment, but the Cola will dive on top and cover up.
It's a slow developing play. Liam was playing catch in the corner. So he would take a shot at the net, and then looks like Caleb tried to take a whack at it as well.
Harrison skates right to the slot. It's finally whacked away from him, but ends up to Piro. He'll wind up and blast. That goes wide. Bosky tries to get down.
Nice play.
Finally comes right back to him. He'll take the shot from the point. Nicola will glove that and hang on. Again, I apologize to those at home. I can see that the feed gets really good for a while, and then
I don't understand that, Ed.
it's definitely a software thing because there's a.
And you're definitely on the Ethernet. It's not jumping on the Wi-Fi, right?
No. Shot there from Beeman from blue line. Goes wide. From behind. Back up to Beeman, top of the circle. He goes all the way across, was looking for Maroney. That got by him. Nate Kelly will take the shot there. That hits something and stays wide.
Yeah, I think that hit Connor in front, his helmet.
Beeman made the move, then tries to feather it through. Feed it right back to him. All the way across. Had Finn streaking in, but he couldn't get a clean shot on that. Cristiano gets it over to Ty. Ty will bank it back up for Colin. Colin will skate up to the top of the slot. Get it back over to Ty. Back to Beeman. Beeman snaps the shot, hits a body, drops there. Quakers are able to move it to the corner. Rolled all the way around. Beeman races over and is able to keep the line. Roney back to Beeman. He puts one in, still loose. Battle for it. Nicola's trying to get it. He's able to cover up. A little pushing and shoving afterwards. So we're down to the final second of the power play opportunity for the Cougars. So that's basically face off, drop the puck, and it's over.
It's okay, though. They had possession pretty much the entire time in the offensive zone.
And with the power play and everything else, they now are severely out shooting the Quakers, 33-11.
Some discussion. Ref's talking to the coaches. I'm not sure what that's about. Still talking about something. Oh, maybe it's something about Connor because he's leaving the rink. Mouthpiece, perhaps. Or unless there was a kind of penalty, I'm not sure.
Hopefully it's an equipment thing.
No, he got a 5 minutes. He must have took a swipe, and they gave him a 5 minute. He threw him out of the game. That hurts. See, that's the kind of stuff you have to avoid at this point.
Now, the other question comes into play is whether that'll have an impact for future games.
It's a 5 minute. Yeah, I mean, if you get a penalty and you throw out of the game, it's a game misconduct. I don't know if that carries over to the next game. I think it might. But that's kind of stuff you got to avoid when you have a 5-0 lead. Now you give the other team a 5 minute power play, and you may have taken yourself out of you take yourself out of the rest of this game and maybe tomorrow. First of all, regardless of all that, it was a questionable call because I didn't really see a whole lot in front. Guys were jostling. They pushed Connor from behind. He gave him a push back. I didn't see any real punches.
No. Turnaround shot there goes in. Marvel makes that save.
So this is a great opportunity for the Quakers to get back in this game. Nice save.
Marvel's able to deflect that with a stick into the corner.
David just flubbed that. He tried to flip it high.
Chambers gets a shot in. Marvel gets that. It goes up and over, and the Quakers are on the board.
Yeah. And they got another 4 minutes and 38 seconds to try to get more, get as much as they can get.
So Quakers are basically on the power play for almost the remainder of this second period.
This game is far from over. Whole other period to play.
Sits there. Bridge is able to skate in. He's got Maroney with him, but he drops it back. Wickman goes up to the point.
Pressure him. They got to get out there.
Skates it over. Sends near side.
Oh, go, 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 go,
Puck goes all the way through. DeWitt's got some space. Skates up. Gets the shot. DeCola makes the save. Craig with it across the blue line. Boski stays with him and nudges him behind. Puck sits on the outside of the net, comes up. DeWitt's there. He's wedged off of that. Up to the blue line. And tries to get a shot, hits the body there. Turnaround fan on that from DeWitt. Behind. Quakers are set up once again, but that gets by Craig and out to the neutral zone. 3.5 remaining on the major penalty to Cristiano. Forced in. Bridges tries to send it back over, gets it to Wickman. From behind, tries to step out in front. Wickman from behind again. DePiro gets to it. He gets it up the boards, but not out. Wickman up to the line. He puts it to the far corner. Harrison, first one to it. Banks it, but finally forced out. Two on one. Harrison. He was in alone.
He came into the corner.
Maroney was heading off on a change. Rolls it all the way across. Johnny Pepe.
That's perfectly fine for Finn. It was a 2-on-1, but you want to get off because you want to have fresh troops out there to kill a penalty.
Good work from the Cougars in keeping it down on the Quakers' end to eat some time off of this major penalty. Finally moved back the other direction. Harassed. Trying to get a shot off, but that's deflected and sits behind. Pulls up. He'll take that back down low. He's got DePiro. Tries to center it, but DePiro prevents that. Ties him up behind. Johnny's just going to pin it, or Joey's just going to pin it against the wall. Finally pulled out, up to the point. Shot in towards the net. Marvel makes a huge save on a second opportunity. Makes the first save. They get the rebound, but he turns around and grabs it before it crosses the goal line.
Yeah, that second opportunity was golden. I'm not quite sure how the player missed it. Kind of felt a little bit like our game yesterday when we had a couple open nets and somehow we didn't score. The net was wide open. I think he may have flubbed it and Justin got a piece of it and he was able to pounce on it before it trickled over the line. Still 2 minutes and 3 seconds left on this penalty.
Puck up to the blue line. Feldman keeps it in and winds it back down low. And Henry works on his man along the wall. Again, just trying to eat up time. Comes up to the point, shot there, goes wide. Beeman to it. Up, and it's finally moved out to the neutral zone. Beeman, or Navazio, gloves it down. Ends up staying with it, still has it. Quakers finally outman them and move it back the other direction. And Peasy sends it over. Beeman makes the move and crosses, gets the center ice. Player all over the back of him, but he still stays with the play. Beeman down low. Still comes away with the puck. He is so strong on that play. Turnaround shot there, hits a body. Quakers clear it down. It's going to roll on edge. No icing there. And Henry has it behind the goal line. Goes up to Peasy at center ice. He tries to step around one, rolls off of his stick, and Bridges goes the other direction. Bridges takes the shot from the blue line. Marvel will glove and hang on to that one. We're under a minute to play here in this second period. 46 seconds remaining on the Cristiano Major. Cougars still lead this game by a score of 5-1. Quakers win that, get it up to the line. Shot goes wide. And he gets to it. He's able to clear it all the way out the center ice. Rosenberg tried to feed it that direction, but Cougars cut it off. They'll send it all the way down.
Oh, they didn't call ice. Good. I'm glad they didn't, because the player had a play at that.
Up to Wickman. Feed it up for Chambers, but cut off there by Nate Kelly, and he'll take a chop at it the other direction.
Good play by Nate.
Craig gets to it, but Nate Kelly stays with it. Good work to force that as this period and penalty come winding down. Up the other direction. Beeman ties his man up along the boards. Penalty has expired. And now so has the period. So 2 periods complete. Chester County with the 5-1 lead, out shooting the Quakers 35-18. And they got away with that 5-minute major and only giving up 1 goal.
Yeah, especially the way it started. I mean, they scored within the first 12 seconds of that power play, and it was a little worried that it could have got a little more, more dangerous there if they would have scored a few more. But the defense was pretty solid. The forechecking in the offensive zone was good, and they forced the Quakers to make some mistakes. So, looking good going into the third.
So they need to play smart, because the last thing you need is anyone getting injured or any other suspensions or anything like that.
Yeah, I'm fingers crossed that that's not. I mean, he obviously has a game misconduct, Connor does. But fingers crossed it's just for that game. I don't know the DVHL rules. I'm sorry, I don't know that. So we'll have to look that up after the game, talk to the coaches, and see.
Yeah, depending on what it was, it should just be a single game. So they'll likely sit out that first game.
You used the ref, so you.
Well, no, but I was the DVHL rep, so I was pretty on top of a lot of the rules, at least at one time.
I'll take your word for it then. Ed says it's only 1 game. It's only this game.
I'm just going to – well, no, it'll be this game and then one after.
One more.
Yes.
Oh, okay, so he will be suspended for tomorrow morning's game.
That, depending on the call, that would be my guess.
Yeah, the only thing I saw was I think he threw a shot, but, I mean, it wasn't anything – terribly malicious. It wasn't like he dropped the gloves and just pounded the guy.
Now that would be the different thing, is that if they were to call it a fighting major, that's 3 games.
I don't think it was. Well, he got 5 minutes. So how do you? I don't know what the 5-minute call was.
Right. That's what it.
5 minutes is It's not a double minor. You didn't get a double minor right. You got a 5-minute. 5 minutes. That's a major infraction. So I don't know what else he could have called. He didn't spear him. He didn't. I mean, it wasn't anything like that. So we'll just have to wait and see instead of speculating.
But speculation is so much fun.
That it is, and we're good at that. We're certainly good at speculating.
Back out to the middle. Henry's got a ways to it. He's got Wickman right there on his back, and he's able to bank it, but Bridges keeps it in and gets the shot towards the net. Bosky drops to a knee and able to move it across. He gets a little help and moving it back out to the neutral zone. Catterbrone feeds it up for Chambers, but he's checked and can't do anything with that. Bosky will go the other direction. He's harassed as he crosses the line, gets the shot behind the net. Quakers put it to the middle. Chambers 2-on-1 for the Quakers. They get it over to Wickman. He gets the shot. Big save there by Justin Marvel.
Really big save. Not quite sure how you can get a 2-on-1 when you have a 5-1 lead. Don't like that kind of defense, but
shot there it comes. Bouncing, sits in the slot. Marvel dives out and covers up. Players come together afterwards in front of the net. I'm sure they're just having a nice friendly conversation.
Yeah, Justin, that play there was very dangerous. Justin had to really be alert with the puck at his feet. It was just bouncing around there. All it would have taken was one swipe from a Quaker, and it may have found its way behind him. Justin did well to stay with that and pounce on it. Still got 15:51 here in the third, so Quakers got to tighten up that D.
Referee directs traffic. Puck sits there. Good stick from Peasy to get all the way across. Navazio's got some open space in front of him. He'll race in, take the shot, but it's deflected up and out of play.
And that was a nice play by the defenseman. He raced across. He had a lot of open ice, Ty did. And that Quaker defenseman, I can't see his number from here, but he made a really nice job coming down there and breaking it up.
Ty is definitely not a slow player.
No.
Puck up to the point. Kelly takes the shot. DeCola blockers it. It goes way up. Still bounces down in play. Back up to the point.
Oh!
Kelly will put it down, gets a good deflection. Craig goes up. That bounces up. They still battle for it, looking for the puck. Quakers send it across, and they'll skate out. Westlake across center ice. Shoulder there by Harrison. Puck sits there and then finally poked out to the middle. He rolls it all the way across for Abel. DePiro spots that, and he'll send it the other direction. Margot loses that. Harrison. He saw players coming. He'll chip it in and head off on a change. Roney knocks down that clearing attempt. He'll tie it up in the corner. Chester County was making changes, so reinforcements come in to join them. And Kelly holds the blue line, and he'll wrap it back down low. Quakers will reverse it. This time it does come out. Kelly knocks that down with his body. They battle for it there in the neutral zone. Comes all the way through, and Khaled Beeman from center ice and skates in. Shrugs off a couple checks. Takes it all the way behind. Turnaround shot goes up and over everything.
Didn't miss by much, though.
Fed right along the line. And Kelly goes. It gets deflected through traffic and just stays wide of the net. And finally goes off, and Nate comes out to center ice. Quakers are making changes. Collins snaps off the shot and just misses the corner.
Well, the goalie, DeCola, got a glove on that. Good opportunity, though.
Shot there, hits something and stays wide. Roney will feed that across. Quakers get it. They'll send it all the way down, and that'll be icing. 13.5 minutes remaining in this final third period of this one. Chester County with the 5-1 lead. Face-off one all the way over. Demboski takes the shot, hits a body, comes right back to him. Second opportunity, DeCola makes the save. Quakers able to clear it out to the neutral zone. Demboski with it, he makes the move, sends it the other direction. They wave off icing. Looks like it deflected off of something. Good pressure there from Thompson. Leinonen tries to backhand in front, but that one's blocked off. Jake Marker goes up to the point. That gets by Henry, so it'll go all the way down. Since that was the Cougars, no icing there.
That was the play Jake made, just to pass a little too far in front of Eddie. That was the play to make, though.
Marker gets checked after that, but picking it up, Demboski, he gets the shot in on net. DeCola makes the save. Back up to the point. He keeps it in there, puts it along the boards, goes to the middle, Leinonen fans on his one-time shot. The other direction. Fed all the way across, was looking to get that to Bridges, but he couldn't quite reach up to that one. Back up to the point. Craig takes it there. Marvel will hold it in the midsection and wait for the whistle. Face off to the left of Justin Marvel. Quakers win that back. Hatterbrone tries to take the shot, but Peasy blocks that one. Harrison will bank it off the boards. It goes down. Hatterbrone goes back to retrieve. Peasy knocks that down. Gets the play right through the blue paint. Goes all the way through. Peasy with it once again. Liam turnaround shot, was looking for a deflection. That got through everybody. Harrison leaned on against the boards. Quakers take that. They'll look to outlet. Kept in still. Turnaround from Peasy gets to Harrison, but he was tied up. Pavazio tries to get that into the slot. Still bounces off a few. Quakers finally able to move it out. Hatterbrone and Peasy were tied up. Hatterbrone didn't like it, so he throws a punch, and we'll get to sit for it.
Yeah, I think he's just a little frustrated there.
So he's going to get head contact, and that's going to be a 2-10.
So I seriously want to know what Connor Cristiano did that was anything different than what that kid did. Oh, he should get more than that there. Can't be doing that. You can certainly understand the frustration, though.
Oh, absolutely. I mean,
the Quakers' season's probably coming to an end here if they don't get 4 goals in the next 11-22. And I think yesterday's win over the Cougars here, that gave them some hope.
So we'll wait and see what happens here.
Yeah, the player's in the box. His season's over. With 11:22 left, he has 12 minutes of penalty time to serve, pretty much, unless the Cougars get a quick one here.
Rolled back down to the corner. Roney feeds it. Pepe goes right back to Finn. Finn circles around. Tries to go through, gets all the way through.
It almost found its way in on the far side.
Tried to get that back to Finn. He gets a stick on it, but Quakers move it out.
I'd like to see Finn just take that shot quick. Don't try to stop it.
Beeman turns around, gets through center ice, and over the blue line. Set right in the slot, put all the way through again. There's a shot, hits something, and drops down. Beeman tries to put it down low, comes up to the blue line. Demboski's got a race to get to it. He gets caught, but able to stay with Bridges. He'll wind it in. Beeman overskates that one, has to get back to it because Bridges is right there. Knocks it away, and Owen sends it all the way up. Reckerly knocked that down. They battle for it at the blue line. I think they were offsides, but nothing there. Puck goes all the way through.
I think that's a goal. I think Finn got that. Johnny made a nice pass across the slot. Finn was able to just bury it. That's exactly what I wanted to do on the first one. He did it on that one. He one-timed it in the back of the net.
So Chester County picks up the power play goal here in the third period to extend their lead 6-1. That was a great feed across.
It really was nice. Really was nice.
And Henry skates up to the red line, and he'll put it in deep. Rosenberg will move it around. That one's popped up out the center ice. Piro's able there to stick it back to center ice as Reckerly skates in. Reckerly steps to the middle. Called for and sent all the way across, back up to the blue line.
Oh, Severy didn't see it.
Severy got in the way of that and forced it out. He would have had a break, but he didn't realize he'd done that.
He would have been gone. He would have had nobody behind him for about 20 feet if he would have just kept skating.
Puck at the blue line. Nobody knew it was in their feet, and it's finally knocked out the other direction. Abel goes across the blue line into the Chester County end. Reckerly on the other side goes off of Eddie's skates in towards Justin, but he was looking for that, and he dives on top. And
yeah, I think he was expecting that. Again, with 9:20 left in the third period here, obviously the Cougars have something to play for tomorrow, so any other Yeah, I'll just repeat it for the third time, I guess, today. Any extracurriculars, just walk away from. Don't take any shots. Don't do anything silly. And keep your head up. Oh, nice chip.
Feeds that other way across. Looking for Ty. He goes right back for Liam, but that was behind him. Harrison, turn around off the boards, tries to skate it into the slot. He takes
Elbow.
a shoulder there.
That's an elbow.
And he's going to draw a penalty for that one. So the Quaker frustration is starting to show, and they'll send someone to the box once again.
That was more of a chicken wing than an elbow, but, I mean, you make that motion if you put your arm out and you kind of flip the elbow, even though he didn't make real solid contact. Caleb was off balance. Refs are going to call that just because of the motion.
So number 9, John Lynch, he'll have a seat for 2 minutes. Chester County goes back to the power play. William will bank that up. Kelly will put one through traffic. That gets all the way through, and DeCola has to make the save. Back up to the point. Demboski dance around at the blue line, then send it across for Kelly. He takes that shot. That one goes wide. Harrison just leaves it there for Demboski. Another shot. DeCola will glove and hang on. 8:30 to go here in this third period. Chester County with a minute and a half remaining on their power play, and they currently lead by a score of 6-1. And this back and forth choppiness is probably making me as crazy as everybody else. DeWitt goes across. Kelly goes right back to Demboski. He tries to take the shot. It's deflected. DeWitt gets a stick on it. Looked to redirect it, but wasn't a whole lot on that. Jack skates around, gets it over to Finn. Finn will wind it in deep from the blue line. Johnny's got to work around the referee on that one. Still has it. Cougars are set up. DeWitt, good feed there to get it right back
Really nice
to
play.
Finn.
Yeah, that's a nice play.
In the corner, gets it back for Johnny. He'll backhand, looking for Maroney once again, but he was covered. Bridges gets it, and he'll wind it in. And Kelly goes back for that. He'll bank it all the way up. Gets it to DeWitt. Lays it off for Johnny through the feet and in. Chips it back for DeWitt. He takes the shot.
Yeah,
it's a body.
Yeah, he felt that. He blocked it. He felt it. He's having a tough time getting on his feet.
Wickman tries to cut through, tries to get the shot in. Marvel is there to drop the pads for that one. He's back out to the middle. And that player is hurt. He's barely making his way to the
Yeah, you hope it's
bench.
you hope it's just numb. You hope it's just numb because a lot of times you get that off the inside of the skate, which I think is what he did, and sometimes it just goes numb on you. My guess is it's more than probably numb. I'm sure it hurts like a you-know-what.
10 seconds remaining on the Chester County power play opportunity here. Thompson in across the blue line.
Nice move.
Gets through, gets all the way across. Great backhand there from Marker.
Jake had a little more time than I think he thought he did. Could have brought that to his forehand instead of trying to scoop it left with his backhand.
Penalty expires. Puck goes the length of the ice, and that'll be icing. Let my clock catch up because it's 6:49 remaining on the official game clock. Puck gets by everybody, and that'll once again go the length of the ice for icing. Our offensive zone opportunity here. Jake Marker steps in to take this one. Paddled and skates finally pushed to the wall. Goes by. Marker, Hoffman has it. Sends it over. It's up behind the net. Along the boards, they still battle for it there.
Ooh, could get that low. Had a couple players down low by themselves, just couldn't get it to them.
Quakers finally have some open ice from behind, and they'll look to outlet. Good pressure to still keep it in the zone. Chester County leans on them there. Squirts out to the middle. Rosenberger out into the Chester County end.
Oh, looks like Joey blew a tire there.
Trying to feed it out to the middle, but D. Henry had him covered. Second opportunity there. Justin Marvel sticks that down. And Peasy will skate out over the blue line. Goes on the brakes, takes the shot, deflected. Still made it in on net, but DeCola was able to cover that up and get the whistle. Just about 5.5 to go now in this third period. Just bring it up to the line. That Kelly was there, but he was on the wrong side of the blue line, so that bounced back in, offsides. Harrison's tied up there along the boards. He's actually able to skate away with it, but he's checked, and Craig sends it out. Ty picks it up at center ice and skates in himself.
Kill it for a second. Nice play.
Rolled back down low. Fazio's got to try and pull it off the net. Feeds it back. Goes right to the middle. Sits at Harrison's feet. Second opportunity. They still work for it. DeCola's finally able to spot it and cover up and get the whistle.
Yeah, Caleb had like 2 or 3 shots at it. He was in too tight. Not much he could do with it. Only thing he could try to do was try to get it upstairs. DeCola was able to come out and jump on that rebound.
Harrison snaps one. That goes up and over the net. Wound back down low. Peasy shoved from behind. He goes down. Puck goes the other way. Up the blue line, but Deboski directs that towards the net. Nicola's got to stick that aside. Ty tries to get that into the slot. Comes right back to him. He takes the shot. Nicola makes another save. Ty with it once again. Up to the point. Nate Kelly will put one towards the net. Bounces all the way to the other side. Harrison just directs that back behind once again. Quakers have it. Margot goes up to center ice. That gets by Demboski. Reckley steps in front, gets the shot. Second opportunity. Misses the net with that one. Demboski lifts it out to the middle. Gets a check afterwards for his effort. Craig loses his skates, but then gets control and gets it in. Demboski sticks that aside. Nate Kelly picks it up. He gets shouldered after the play. Hits a body in front. Side boards. Chambers is drilling away at Nate Kelly as he was on the ice.
I think he took a shot at him. Refs didn't call that.
Johnny steps in, gets it over for DeWitt. He tries to backhand in because he was on his wrong side. Puck rolls near side. Johnny Pepe goes out to the middle. DePiro snaps one through, deflected, but hits something and stays wide. Caught up, and Nate Kelly almost stepped on it, but still gets to it and keeps it out to the middle. Finn drops it for DeWitt. All the way across for Johnny. He get caught up along the sideboards. Johnny turnaround shot, sits in front. Cola made the initial save and was out of position.
Yeah, he was all turned around on that.
Back up to the line. Piero keeps that in. Finn feeds it back down low for Johnny. He's got a race to catch up to it. He's got Craig right there with him. Finn skates out with it. Goes up to the line. Joey will just go right back to Finn. Finn will backhand down low. Craig will bank it off the boards. Finn gets over there to tie it up and still keep it in. Johnny pulls it off but forces it out to the middle. Backhand the other direction. Lynch leans on Kelly, but he's able to get it over to DeWitt, who sends it all the way across, where Thompson will put it in behind the net. Good read there by Severy, jumping in on that play. Thompson sends it over near side. Hoffman's there, forced out to the middle. Piero across to Henry. He'll gain the red line and then put it in deep. Puck rolls in on DeCola. He'll just cover up as we tick down to just about 1 minute remaining in this final third period. Chester County up 6-1 and looking to move on to tomorrow's championship.
I think it's safe to say we're playing tomorrow morning, Ed.
So tomorrow's game, there you go.
Be right here on the same rink.
It actually says game one, but that's actually, it's championship
Look
game
out.
one. Breakaway here for the Quakers. Get in. Marvel makes the save and hangs on. Good play by Justin Marvel. So that's tomorrow, Sunday, February 26th, against the Delco Phantoms here at Iceworks, right here in Rink 3 at 9 a.m.
Well, the Cougars' goal was to get to the championship game, and they did it in a bit of a roundabout way. So they made it there. It's actually championship games, I guess we should say, because it must be worth repeating. Cougars got to win tomorrow morning at 9, and then again tomorrow at 4:45, I think, is the second game. If they're to move on to the districts, they have to win 2, whereas Delco only has to win 1 of those 2 games because Delco hasn't lost yet. But they haven't played the Cougars, so
30 seconds now left to go in this game.
But still, I mean, after last night's disappointing loss, the Cougars really showed up today. Both games, 5-1 win this morning, and looks like a 6-1 win here this afternoon.
Harrison with it. He's able to put one towards the net. Cola makes the initial save, but then the rebound drifts just wide. Puck will roll on edge all the way down. And Kelly will swat it back up into the neutral zone. Cameron Bowen sets it up for Craig, and he'll just kind of hang on to it, and they'll let the last few seconds tick away on this one. There's the buzzer ending. Chester County will play again tomorrow, as we just said, at 9 a.m. They look to continue their season.
Yeah, it was a really good response today. Really good response. Both the games they dominated this morning and this afternoon, and they were able to just keep churning and get those goals in the net, which is what they struggled to do last night. But hopefully they have their mojo back, and it'll be a good game tomorrow morning. Be a good test because Delco's a good team. But the Cougars seem to be back. Let's hope they keep it up in the morning.
So they'll come and shake hands. We'll thank all of you for joining us here in our broadcast, and look forward to seeing you again tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. as we look to take on the Delco Phantoms. So once again, with Bill Peasy, I'm Ed Henry. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.